Good day, and welcome to today's presentation titled Part 2, Selling, the Basic Building Blocks. Today's presentation is part of a slide share series and will be focusing on all the legal aspects required to take goods or services to market in a legally savvy way, so as to ensure business growth. Today's presentation is proudly brought to you by Schoeman Law Incorporated, a boutique law firm based in Cape Town, South Africa. We proudly serve the needs of the entrepreneur. For more information about us, please watch our About Us video on www.schoemanlaw.co.za. My name is Nicolene Schoeman. Thank you for this opportunity to present to you today. I'm an attorney of the High Court of South Africa, conveyancer, notary public, and mediator. I specialize in all aspects of commercial law, broad-based black economic empowerment advice and planning, the drafting of wills, and estate planning. I'm also the managing director of Schoeman Law Incorporated. I hold an LLB, LLM, and postgraduate diploma in financial planning. Please note that this presentation and its slides are copyright protected. Accordingly, this presentation and its slides are only being shared today for educational purposes, and it does not constitute legal advice. Should you require legal advice, or if you're interested in learning how today's topic could be impacting you or your business, feel free to contact us for consultation. Our contact details can be accessed at www.schoemanlaw.co.za. Please navigate to the Contact Us page for more information. One of the most important first steps to take before taking any product, goods or service to market is to assess the risk of doing so to your intellectual property. Intellectual property is a term used to describe all the intangible aspects associated to goods, services, or a product for that matter, in specific reference to the ideas, the concepts, the uniqueness, and often best described to say all the confidential or commercially sensitive aspects which are not generally known to the public that may become threatened if you were to take this to market without considering all the risks. Once you've established the risks, the next aspect is to look at whether to register your rights or not. So perhaps whether any of your rights are trademarkable, patentable, or to register copyrights. Be that as it may, with or without registration, it is absolutely crucial to ensure that a comprehensive NDA or non-disclosure agreement is always at your side whenever you go to negotiate with a stakeholder, a potential partner, or even a customer. It's important to have it signed before any exchanges happen, and also to bear in mind that the agreement or any registration is never 100% foolproof to prevent any and all forms of damage, so best to be as strategic as possible with your sharing. Once this aspect has been adequately resolved, the next is to consider how to take your goods or services or products to market. There are a number of different arrangements or agreements that could be utilized to this end. For example, to enter into a joint venture agreement, which is essentially a corporate partnership between two or more partners or entities for the purpose of doing business together. The risks and profits are shared as agreed in the agreement. It could even evolve in something bigger, including a merger in future. Secondly, an agency agreement. In some industries it's more prevalent than others, but agency agreements are often entered into in both the space of goods and services. Some industries, for example, medical equipment, is one of those that are often sold by representatives or agents by way of catalogue or samples to potential customers, and following that, orders are collected and contracts are entered into. The agent generally measures and manages all the aspects related to the relationship with the customer, and the risk is borne by the parties, being the agent and the principal, as agreed in the parameters of the agreement. A distribution agreement, on the other hand, is much more focused in the space of goods, not really services. It's not generally used there, because distribution is exactly what it is: to distribute your goods or products, either abroad or outside the boundaries of the distribution channels you're currently leveraging, or perhaps to bring and be a distributor for someone who is not based in a specific jurisdiction or parameter. So that could include storage, import, export, distribution, logistics, or it can only include a portion thereof. Then, of course, last but not least, the direct selling to the customer. Here it is important to ensure that there are terms and conditions of sale or service that accompany these agreements in written form, so that customers are aware of how complaints are handled, how warranties work, how returns work, etc. Similarly, how payments work, how short payments will impact their rights or delivery, and so forth. Regardless of whichever agreement you choose to run the relationships involved in taking your goods or services to market, it's always important to assess all the risks, to ensure that you take reasonable steps to limit your risks as best as you possibly can, and thereafter to enter into the most suitable agreement, manage your relationship most effectively. Thank you for your time. We would love to connect with you. If you have any suggestions or comments on this presentation, feel free to contact us. Or if you need to consult, similarly feel free to contact us at www.schoemanlaw.co.za. Should you want to utilize any of our online legal products, feel free to go to our website and to complete the necessary on there. The link that you can look out for in the menu tab is the SME self-service. Thank you so much for your time.